Hey guys, welcome back to my Christmas special. And today I paint one of my favorite Star Wars creature, which is the Porg. First thing, I prepare the colors, so I have some yellow ochre and then I added a little bit of ultramarine blue and some cadmium red to create my own brown. Then I use more of the ultramarine blue and add some of the indigo blue to have a little bit of a darker shade. I prepared my sketch beforehand, so I have a quite good idea what this creature looks like, and then I apply the first layer carefully around its eyes. I have not wetted the area before, but I work a little bit with wet to wet. So here now I'm adding the brownish red color above the wings. And then use a bit of a smaller brush because my painting is relatively small. With it here a little bit above the nose, adding some light colors, and then adding the bluish colors above and then onto the wings. So covering bigger areas, but the pigments are still quite light in colors because I want to emphasize it later on. So Star Wars is one of my favorite movies, and my husband, I watch it usually during the Christmas time, or coming up to the Christmas time every second year. So sometimes we discovered new scenes in between or something that we haven't noticed before. I have been watching it since I was 10 years old, and I really like the idea that they created new Star Wars movies, especially the last ones. I thought to be quite interesting, although the final movie, it was a little bit too much of summing up what has happened before, so the story has repeated itself, and I'm not sure if that was really that exciting. It was a bit too predictable. However, I do admire the creativity. I admire the new creatures within the new movies, for example, such as the Borg, which I thought it was quite funny, as well as the crystal foxes, which were very beautiful. And here I continue with my little Borg and just adding some of the blue color onto the eye. So I don't want to add straight away dark colors because I want to emphasize the roundness and different reflection, and it looks much more three-dimensional than just having two colors. And also adding some more of the cadmium red into the mouth and around the tongue, but being careful not to overpaint the teeth. And using some deep yellow to create a much warmer red, so it's more like orange, and adding it onto the Christmas head, as well as onto the feet. At first I wasn't sure if I really wanted to draw the feet, because you don't see them that much standing, but then I thought it might actually fit with this one here. And then I emphasize some of the areas just using cadmium red, while the area is still quite wet, and then adding more of a darker shadows to the feet. Yeah, adding some blue here, some more of a cold blue, such as turquoise blue, but of course you can use a cobalt blue of phthalo blue. Then I continue with the wings. I just mixed some phthalo blue and indigo blue, so I have nice color, a little bit of a grayish shade, but I add quite a dark pigment, especially on the right side, and then emphasizing some of the wing structure on the left. Now it's kind of just adding of some of the darker areas, such as into the mouth, so having a really dark red, which I mixed also out of indigo blue, but not added so much that it's really purple, and using very strong pigments here to emphasize the tongue and the teeth. And also using a very thin brush. I don't want to add too many details around the mouth, just really adding here the nose and a little bit emphasizing the structure around the nose, but it's just really adding a little bit of a shadows here and there, such as underneath the head and on the sides of the head. And then just adding here a very dark indigo blue and Payne's gray for the eyes. So we are nearly done. So one of the last bits. And then on to the other eye as well, adding some colors. And you can see now the porg is singing maybe some Christmas carols. And because the white of the whiteness, those fur thing underneath the Christmas hat has been a bit too pale, add a very light layer of blue and deciding where to add small details, small emphasizes, but basically there isn't much to do, so it looks quite ready. A little bit on the belly to emphasizing the feathers, a bit on the side, on the mouth, and some shadows to the Christmas head, some darker bits of red as well in the mouth and underneath the eyes. So that was it. My porg is ready. I hope you enjoy, and bye.